Hi, I'm Judy Vitale, your astrologer with ReadTheStars.com. This is your weekly horoscopes at work for June 13th through 19th, 2016, Father's Day week and almost summer. And boy, we're really going to feel all of that this week. Here are the headlines. Neptune is going to take a turn backwards for a few months. When this happens, all of those dreams and the dreaminess that a lot of us have been experiencing, especially those of us who have elements of our charts in Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius, are going to go back and have to like reprocess some of these things. Many of the voices that you have in your head and the visions that you have in your head are quite real when Neptune is affecting you. And it's very important to pay attention to them and to, as much as possible, act on them to make your dreams come true. So be aware of that. It will also slow down things for the summer and make it feel more like that watery, just sort of like floating along with whatever's happening kind of energy. So that's going to be cool. The other big thing going on is Saturn will make a square to Neptune again, of course, as Neptune comes back. And the two of them will be challenging us to measure our dreams against the possibility of structuring them. So have an eye on that. We will have also the Sun connecting with Uranus. That's a little bit less impactful, but we will also notice it, and we'll talk about that in the day-to-day. And then we also have the planet Venus, which is our way of expressing ourselves in affectionate terms when it's going to be going into Cancer. And so people are going to be much more nurturing over the next few weeks, but they're also going to want to be nurtured. So make sure that you're balancing out what you want along with what you want to give to other people. So let's begin. On Monday, we start with the moon in Libra. This is a great sign anytime that you have to negotiate because people will see both sides of the situation, and so will you. So Neptune will take its retrograde. It'll start on Monday at 4:43 p.m. And, you'll just feel that little bit of a shift. Something might slow up to some degree. But Neptune spends so much of the time in retrograde that it isn't as noticeable as Mercury or Mars or something like that. So don't get all upset about this. It's just a natural cycle that we're going through. Tuesday is a little bit more exciting. We still have the moon in Libra, so we still have that ability to see both sides of the situation, but we're going to have the Sun and Uranus acting together, and then the moon is going to energize the connection between Uranus and Pluto. So it's a very powerful day. If you have something that you need to get going, Tuesday is a good day. There'll be a lot of energy in the air. So you'll need that. Wednesday, we have the moon void, of course, at 3:01 a.m. and going into the sign of Scorpio at 9:18 a.m. Wednesday is your peaceful day. This is the time to get a lot done without having to deal with a lot of other people. And if you do have to deal with other people, there won't be that much disruption. So Wednesday is an excellent day for just, going with the flow. And it's June 15th after all, so let's go with it. And we have the moon in a trine to Venus, and that's kind of nice as well. But remember, for those of you on the East Coast, try not to get anything going until 9:16 a.m. when the moon comes out of its void of course period and enters Scorpio. On Thursday, that Scorpio moon, which creates, by the way, a very intense mood, everybody being very attentive to everything that they're doing and very strong about their emotions in many ways. We will have that making a trine to Neptune and then also coordinating efforts with planets like Jupiter for expansion and Pluto for power. If you can tap on this, this is excellent for you, but be aware of other people who may be tapping on it and who try to overpower you. But if you are, for instance, a Scorpio or even a Virgo or a Capricorn, I think that this is a good time for you to tap on your power and show other people what you're made of. So that's awesome. The moon will go void, of course, on Friday at 9:52 a.m. and stay that way all day long. So Friday, not your best day for business, not your best day for making purchases, not your best day for making decisions, but it is a good day to finish some things up, to take a moment to feel the moon shifting into Cancer, and maybe taking care of yourself and thinking about how you're going to enjoy yourself on the weekend. That's always a good idea. The Venus moves into Cancer at 3:39 p.m. and then later in the evening, we'll have the exactitude of that square between Saturn and Neptune. Now, that's something that we're just going to be feeling overall for a longer period, several weeks at least. So, but that peak period is a time when you may actually see something manifest where you have boom, an inspiration about how it is that you're going to get one of your dreams to actualize. Pay attention to all of those things. There's a lot of that kind of energy, a lot of intuition just floating around right now. Don't let it float by you. Use it to your best advantage. On Saturday, very, very exciting day. We have the moon in Sagittarius, a lot of enthusiasm. And we'll have also the moon making that connection, reestablishing that connection between Saturn and Neptune. So be aware of that. There's a lot of good stuff going on in my life that day. I'll talk about that in a minute. And then on Sunday, Father's Day, we have the moon in Sagittarius, and it's a great day to honor our fathers. We have Jupiter and Uranus both interacting with the moon, and this is going to be a positive thing for really energizing our efforts to honor the people who bring out the best in us, our fathers. If your father is no longer with you, as mine is no longer, you maybe look to somebody in your life who's like a father to you, or just connect with them and remember all the wonderful things that they gave to you. So that is your forecast for the week. If you have any questions about it, if you want to contact me for a private video reading or a private reading of any kind, you can do so, Judy, Judi, at readthestars.com. And my appearances this week on Tuesday, I'm doing the Fox Chapel Networking Group. So contact me at that address if you would like to come and see my presentation for that. I will be at Journeys of Life this week on Monday the 13th and Sunday the 19th, both from 1 o'clock on in the afternoon. So please give them a call at 412-681-8755 and make an appointment. I would love to see you there. And again, if there's any other way that you have any questions about astrology, hypnosis, or transpersonal life coaching, you know how to find me, Judy, Judi, at readthestars.com.